Hey everybody, it's Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library. Thank you for stopping in for another special story time. And today it's Home is in Between, written by Mitali Perkins and illustrated by Lavanya Naidu. Goodbye, home, Shanti shouted. She waved to Dido, to warm monsoon rains and the green palm trees of her village. The plane landed far away in a town with cold rain and orange and yellow leaves. Shanti clutched her parents' hands. "Hello, home?" she whispered. Their apartment felt like the village. Inside was Ma cooking luchi, funny stories in Bangla, no shoes, Baba's big laugh. But outside, town was strange. New money to learn, new manners too, like napkins on laps, no elbows on tables, English words Shanti didn't know. So back and forth she skipped, remembering the village, learning the town, again and again, in between. Ma showed her how to dance Kathak. Tanya brought her to ballet class. Baba taught Shanti Bangla letters Ka, Ka, and Ga. Shanti read him The Little Engine That Could in English. Halloween brought trick-or-treaters. Shanti gave out candy. "Next year join us," Tanya said. "Maybe," Shanti answered. Christmas came to town next. At Tanya's house, Santa filled a stocking for Shanti. Back and forth she ran, remembering the village, learning the town, again and again in between. Shanti danced through Bollywood films with her parents. She laughed through Hollywood movies with Tanya and Malcolm. For Holly, they called the village. Uncles, aunts, cousins, splashed in paint, feasting on Dido's biryani. They felt far away. So Ma played the harmonium and sang village songs. But later on the piano, Shanti had to practice heart and soul. Back and forth she trudged. If only her friends could learn the village. If only her parents could learn the town. Again and again, in between. Spring brought a surprise snow. Shanti and Tanya joined Malcolm's snowball team. You can throw, a kid said. Do you play t-ball? What's that? Shanti asked. Baseball, silly. Where are you from? Mars? Shanti didn't answer. Suddenly, she felt tired. Where was she from? Village? Town? I need a rest, she thought. So Shanti lay down, right there, in between. After a while, she looked up at the blue sky with breezy clouds and birds winging by, watching over her village, watching over her town, watching over Shanti. She stretched her arms wide. She was good at making anywhere feel like home, especially here in the space between cultures. Now, home is in between. Shanti sings Dido's Bangla songs. She hums Heart and Soul in English. She invites Mom and Baba, Tanya and Malcolm, the whole town, if they want. They remember their villages and dance with Shanti, a Bollywood ballet, perfect for in between. Now, now this is the last page of the story, but in this case, I want to share with you the author's note. And so who wrote the book? Mitali Perkins. That's right. So this is a note that she wrote especially for us, the readers. My parents were from the villages of Bengal. They brought me to the United States when I was 7 and raised me in a town where we were one of a few families from other countries. I worked hard to understand American manners, slang, trends, and rituals, the code at school. At the same time, I was trying to stay fluent in traditional Bengali culture and language, the code of home. Going back and forth was tiring, and I often felt as if I didn't belong in either world. But once I grew up, I realized that switching between two codes as a child had been a gift. It's like learning a new language. Kids are faster and better at it than grown-ups. And if we work at it as kids, we keep more ability to crack cultural codes for the rest of our lives. It's like a superpower, I tell young immigrants. The space between cultures does not have to be a barrier. For children who grow up there, it can become a threshold of gratitude to celebrate the best of many worlds. Please make yourself at home in Shanti's story. Her name in Bangla means peace. And now, my friends, when we get to the end or the last page of any story, now we can say the end. Home is in between. Once again, written by Mitali Perkins and illustrated by Lavanya Naidu. Now, I hope you enjoyed meeting Shanti. And if you can relate to Shanti, sometimes we all can in some respect if we're the new kid in town, right? Sometimes sometimes it's not about language or culture, but then again, sometimes it very much is the case. So with all the trials and tribulations, what did Miss Perkins say? Think it think of it as a superpower. All right? So to all of my little super guys and super girls out there, remember Shanti, whenever you feel tired and you don't belong or feel like you don't belong, remember there's always a place of strength with home is in between. Okay? So this is Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library and wishing you safety wherever you're at, and until we read again, be well and so long for now.